Let me ask you something. Have you ever gone to bed thinking, I'm doing everything right? Why do I still wake up feeling weaker? Most people shrug it off. Maybe it's just age. Maybe I need more sleep. But what if I told you it's not your age? It's not your mattress. It's something you skipped. Something small, simple, but essential. Every night, your body makes a silent choice, a biological fork in the road. It can build you, or it can break you down, quietly, invisibly while you sleep. This isn't fear-mongering. It's a truth I learned the hard way, watching strong, vibrant people lose their spark one sunrise at a time. Not because of disease, not because of fate, but because no one told them. The hour before sleep is sacred. Skip the right habit, and your body begins to consume itself, literally eating away at your muscles to survive the night. It's called nocturnal muscle catabolism, and it doesn't announce itself with drama. No pain, no warning, just a little more weakness each morning. Until one day, you struggle to rise from a chair you used to leap from. This is the moment most people start to feel old. But what if that moment doesn't have to come? What if there's a way to rewrite that story, starting tonight? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change not just how you sleep, but how you live for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. Here's something most people never hear from their doctor. Losing muscle isn't just a part of aging. It's a result of something deeper, something no one warned you about. You see, when we think about aging, we picture things like gray hair or wrinkles, visible changes. But muscle loss? It's sneakier. It happens while you sleep, quietly, consistently, until one day you look in the mirror and wonder when your strength started to slip away. And here's the part that might shock you. It's not your age that's taking your strength. It's your own body betraying you. Now, I know that sounds intense, but stay with me. When you were younger, your body was a loyal ally. It rebuilt, repaired, recovered, no matter what you threw at it. But somewhere around your 50s, a shift begins, subtle, silent. Your body no longer prioritizes building you up. Instead, it starts making choices based on survival, not vitality. And the cruelest part? This betrayal happens while you're resting, when you believe you're healing. Imagine this. While you're tucked under the covers, dreaming of better tomorrows, your body is breaking down the very muscle that helps you stay upright, independent, alive. Not because it's malicious, but because no one taught you how to guide it, how to send the right signals. This isn't fear, it's truth. And once you understand what's really happening, you stop blaming age and start reclaiming your power. Because muscle loss isn't inevitable, neglect is. And tonight, we're going to change that. Let's go deeper. Every night, around 2 a.m., your body faces a quiet decision. One it doesn't announce, one you never voted on. It looks at your fat and your muscle, and it decides, which one do I need more to get through the night? Now, if you haven't given it the right signal before bed, your body won't burn the fat. It chooses muscle. Yes, your body, your own body, starts breaking down your muscle tissue while you sleep. You're lying in bed, wrapped in comfort, dreaming of better tomorrows. And inside, without your consent, your body is cannibalizing the very strength that keeps you standing tall, walking freely, and living independently. This process has a name: nocturnal muscle catabolism. And millions of people over 50 are experiencing it every night, without pain, without warning, without even knowing it's happening. You wake up thinking, I slept well, but something feels off. A little heavier, a little stiffer. You chalk it up to age, but it's not just time passing. It's your body slowly feeding on your muscles, trying to preserve energy because it never received the signal that strength matters more than survival. Imagine this happening every night, not in dramatic collapse, but in tiny, quiet losses. A little less balance, a little less power. Until one day you hesitate before taking the stairs, or struggle to rise from a chair. This isn't a metaphor.
It's biology. But here's the good news. You can interrupt the pattern. And once you do, your body will listen. Stay with me, because soon I'll show you exactly how. Here's the part most people don't realize. Losing muscle isn't just about feeling weak. It sets off a chain reaction that quietly takes more and more from you. It starts small. You lose a bit of muscle, so your metabolism slows down. You burn fewer calories even while resting. So your body starts storing more fat, especially around the belly. More fat brings more inflammation. And inflammation doesn't just make you feel stiff, it disrupts your hormones, drains your energy, messes with your mood. And as inflammation rises, your sleep gets worse. You wake up more often, you feel less rested. And guess what happens when you sleep poorly? You lose even more muscle. This isn't just a health issue. It's a loop, one that reinforces itself every day and every night. Less muscle, slower metabolism, more fat, worse sleep, more muscle loss. Round and round it goes. And the worst part? You don't notice it. Until something simple becomes hard. Tying your shoes, climbing stairs, getting out of a low chair without pushing with your arms. We often say, "I'm just getting older." But what if you're not just aging? What if you're trapped in a silent spiral that no one warned you about? You deserve to know this, because once you see the pattern, you can stop it. You can reclaim your strength, and from there, everything starts getting better. Faster metabolism, better sleep, a clearer mind, a lighter step. The cycle of decline is real, but so is the cycle of recovery, and it starts with a single shift. There's a time each night that almost no one talks about, but it may be the most important 20 to 30 minutes of your entire day. In the ancient Shaolin temples, they called it the sacred window of physical programming. Why? Because this is the moment your body transitions from movement to restoration, from conscious control to subconscious processing. And anything you offer your body in that window, your thoughts, emotions, breath, movement, becomes a silent command for how your body will behave through the night. Have you ever gone to bed feeling stressed or angry and woken up heavy, tense? Or drifted into sleep in a calm, grateful state and woke up clear, light, and energized? Your body listens, but the real question is, do you know when to speak to it? In that 20-minute window, Shaolin masters didn't just go to bed. They lay still, breathed deeply, and visualized each muscle fiber being healed, strengthened, rebuilt. No machines, no pills, just conscious breath, gentle awareness, and the silent power of intention. Modern science now confirms what these masters practiced centuries ago. Visualization and focused attention can stimulate muscle recovery and hormonal balance. And here's the beauty. You don't have to live in a temple to do this. You just have to stop rushing into sleep like it's a finish line. Hold space for the final 20 minutes of your day. Make it your time to reconnect. And you'll discover that rest is no longer just recovery. It becomes renewal. Now it's time to move from knowing to doing. And the best part? You don't need a gym. No machines, no perfect routine. Just a quiet evening and a little awareness. The first step begins at your dinner table. Your final meal of the day isn't just fuel. It's the last message you send your body before it begins its overnight rebuilding. If you load up on sugar or late-night carbs, your body stores fat and breaks down muscle for energy. Instead, choose clean protein and healthy fats. Eat slowly. Breathe between bites. Say a silent thank you for the nourishment. It's not just spiritual, it's hormonal. Your body processes nutrients differently when you eat with gratitude. Then comes gentle muscle activation. Not exercise, just a soft, mindful awakening of your muscles. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. And one by one, gently tighten and release your muscles from your feet to your head. Feel the connection between your awareness and your strength. Next, breathe. Deep, deliberate breaths. Inhale strength, exhale fatigue. Let each breath feel like you're sending energy into your body. Finally, visualization. Lie in bed, close your eyes, and picture your muscles glowing, growing, healing. Silently tell them, I value you. Stay with me. Rebuild tonight. This is not fantasy. It's programming, and your body is listening. We've been taught the same story since childhood, that the body is a machine. It runs, it wears down, and eventually it breaks. But what if that story is wrong? What if your body isn't a machine at all, but a living, intelligent, responsive partner? When you see your body as a machine, you treat it like something to be fixed. But when you see it as a companion, you begin to communicate with it, to listen, to collaborate, and to heal. I've worked with people in their 60s and 70s who thought they were on the decline. But within weeks, sometimes days, of shifting how they related to their body, they began to regain energy, balance, even joy. Not because of some pill, but because they stopped fighting their body and started working with it. Your body listens. It responds to your thoughts, your emotions, your silent beliefs. It expands when you feel gratitude. It contracts when you criticize or neglect it. So ask yourself, not how do I force my body to be stronger, but how do I build a relationship where my body wants to be strong with me? This isn't just a mindset, it's a practice. And once you shift this perspective, you'll see that your body never stopped believing in you. It was just waiting for you to believe in it. Your body was designed to heal, to rebuild muscle, balance hormones, renew cells. Every night is meant to be a repair session, a sacred reset. But here's the truth no one really talks about. Modern life is stealing that from you, quietly, relentlessly. Look around. We sleep under artificial lights, next to phones, TVs, Wi-Fi signals. Every bit of blue light blocks melatonin, your sleep hormone. And when melatonin drops, muscle recovery drops with it. Ever wake up feeling tired even after 7 or 8 hours in bed? It's not because you didn't sleep. It's because your sleep wasn't healing. Add to that processed foods, chemical additives, refined sugar. They don't just mess with digestion. They fuel inflammation, which eats away at muscle integrity. And stress? If your mind is racing while your head is on the pillow, your nervous system never fully shifts into repair mode. No matter how long you lie there, your body isn't restoring, it's just surviving. So let me ask you, if you live like a modern human, eat like one, scroll like one, but expect to recover like a Shaolin monk, is that even possible? The good news is, you don't have to go back in time. You just need to make small, sacred choices. Dim the lights, put the phone away early, eat slower, sleep darker, breathe deeper for just 3 minutes before bed. And when you do, your body will remember what it's capable of. Have you ever wondered, can your thoughts, emotions, beliefs actually shape your physical body? The answer is yes, and science is catching up. In modern biology, there's a powerful field called epigenetics. It shows that your genes don't control your destiny. Your environment, your choices, even your mental state do. You can't change your DNA, but you can turn certain genes on or off, including the ones responsible for recovery, regeneration, and muscle growth, by using focused intention, gratitude, and visualization. Imagine this. You lie down at night, breathing slowly. You thank your body. You visualize strength flowing through your muscles like golden light. You see them rebuilding, fiber by fiber. That's not fantasy. That's communication. You're sending chemical signals to your cells. You're triggering genetic pathways to switch from breakdown to repair. I once worked with a 72-year-old man who practiced this muscle meditation for just 10 minutes a night. After 3 weeks, he wasn't just feeling better, he stood up from a low chair without using his hands. No pills, no machines, just breath, awareness, and intention. The way you think about your body doesn't stay in your head. It becomes your biology. And once you realize that, you're no longer just aging. You're actively guiding your own transformation. The most beautiful part of this process isn't just that you get stronger, it's that you become someone new. When you commit to this practice, even just a few minutes each night, something shifts. Quietly, gently, but unmistakably. In the first week, you sleep deeper. You don't wake up in a fog. You don't feel fully healed, but something feels different. Like your body is no longer fighting you. It's finally listening. By the end of the first month, you start moving with more ease. That chair that used to be a struggle, you rise without thinking. Your steps feel lighter, your posture more stable. But most importantly, you start feeling alive again. And here's the real magic. It's not just in your muscles, it's in your belief. You stop seeing yourself as someone in decline. You start seeing yourself as someone still rising. You no longer ask, "What am I losing?" You start asking, "What am I becoming?" This transformation isn't only physical, it's a homecoming to strength, to confidence, to the version of you that never gave up. And from that point forward, you're not just aging, you're deepening. In the East, they call it chi. In India, it's prana. I simply call it life force. It's the energy you can't touch, but you can feel it. When your steps feel lighter after a restful night. When your reflection carries a quiet glow, even if no one else notices. Aging doesn't steal your life force, but forgetting it exists slowly drains it away. Your life force fades when you stop breathing deeply. When you eat just to fill a void, not to nourish. When you treat your body like a burden instead of the loyal companion it's always been. But you can invite it back through small, sacred acts, by taking a deep, grateful breath, by placing your hand over your heart and whispering, "Thank you for still beating," by telling yourself each night, "I still matter. I still have life. I am still becoming." When you nourish your life force, you don't just gain strength. You gain clarity, resilience, and a quiet reunion with yourself. And sometimes, that inner light you reignite becomes the guiding torch for those who walk behind you. Have you ever noticed how society treats aging like a quiet tragedy? We grow up hearing things like, "Slowing down is just part of getting old. You're not supposed to be strong at that age anymore." And over time, we start to believe that decline is destiny. But that's not truth. That's a collective suggestion we've absorbed. In mountaintop temples, I've seen men and women in their 80s climb stone steps without hesitation. No miracle pills, no biohacks, just one thing. They never believed that aging equals weakness. The issue isn't age, it's the beliefs we carry about age. When you believe you're getting weaker, you behave like it. You stop pushing, you pull back, and your body listens. It obeys. It fades. But change the belief? See aging as a phase of powerful inner growth, not decline, and your body will respond with vitality. We weren't born to wither quietly. We were born to burn steadily, to shine with wisdom, strength, and presence even as the years go on. Young people learn by watching, not from textbooks, but from how you live, how you walk, how you handle change, how you care for yourself, even when no one tells you to. Did you know? Your steadiness, your quiet strength, your self-respect, these are silent inspirations for those who watch you from across the room. When a child sees their grandfather breathe deeply before sleep, move slowly but with intent, raise his chin when he speaks, they don't think he's getting old. They think, "So, this is what aging can look like. That's beautiful." You just redefined aging in their eyes.
We often believe that inspiring others is for the famous, but sometimes a grandmother climbing stairs without holding the railing can shift how a family views strength. An uncle in his 70s still laughing out loud, still telling stories, still believing in tomorrow. He becomes a living example in a world full of fear and uncertainty. Aging is not just a time to rest, it's a sacred role to be a keeper of wisdom, to show the world life doesn't fade, it deepens. And when you live each day, not to prove anything, but simply to be fully present, you give the next generation something no school or book can teach, that being human is an art, and aging well is an honor wrapped in responsibility. There's something modern science is only beginning to realize, something ancient cultures have always known. The body remembers, not just the brain. Every muscle fiber in your body is a living archive. They remember how you stretched forward that first morning after heartbreak, how you lifted your grandchild and thought, "I've still got it," how you stood again after a loss, how you walked forward through pain. Muscles don't just carry weight, they carry your life story. When we neglect the body, we allow that story to fade and unravel. But when we nurture it, when we move, breathe, and live with presence, we're preserving our physical memory, our identity, our earned wisdom. I once met a 78-year-old man who told me, "These days when I breathe in, I remember who I've been. And when I raise my hand, I feel both past and present walking with me." The body isn't just a tool. It's the quietest storyteller you'll ever meet. And every muscle you preserve is you whispering to the world, "I have lived and I am still here." There's something modern science is only beginning to realize, something ancient cultures have always known. The body remembers, not just the brain. Every muscle fiber in your body is a living archive. They remember how you stretched forward that first morning after heartbreak, how you lifted your grandchild and thought, "I've still got it," how you stood again after a loss, how you walked forward through pain. Muscles don't just carry weight, they carry your life story. When we neglect the body, we allow that story to fade and unravel. But when we nurture it, when we move, breathe, and live with presence, we're preserving our physical memory, our identity, our earned wisdom. I once met a 78-year-old man who told me, "These days when I breathe in, I remember who I've been. And when I raise my hand, I feel both past and present walking with me." The body isn't just a tool. It's the quietest storyteller you'll ever meet. And every muscle you preserve is you whispering to the world, "I have lived and I am still here."